Y de esta manera arrancamos. Él es esto, la fábrica del día de la fecha, conectándonos con los amigos de Secret Soul. Hi, how are you? We are live. We are live.
Good morning. How's it going?
Excellent, my friend. Excellent, my friend. Are you listening me good? Here is Manu. There is Raulo. Excellent.
Hi. How's it going? I'm Pepper.
Excellent. Hi, Pepper. I'm Manu. There's Raulo. We are gonna start the interview. We are live. Thanks for your time. Really thanks for your time. I'm a big fan of Secret Soul, so you are a big trouble. You are a big trouble because I have a lot of questions. I want to talk about a lot of things. But first of all, my friend Raulo is gonna make you a little interview, my little questionnaire. We make all the bands of the world. It's very weird, but you don't afraid. And later we're gonna talk about the present of the band and the project, okay?
Okay.
Perfect.
Bueno, Raulo, Pepper, los presento.
Increíble.
Está todo perfecto.
Sí. Thanks for your time, Pepper. We are live. We are going to start with the interview. So please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
Oh yeah. Okay. I go by Pepper Rose, and I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'm 36 years old.
Okay, perfect.
As a Jim.
Perfect. I'm going to make a little translation for the Spanish listeners. Estamos hablando con la cantante, con Pepper Rose de la banda Secret Souls. Son del Salt Lake City de Estados Unidos y tiene 36 años. And can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
Listening to music? Oh man, my grandfather used to whistle and sing to me when I was a kid. When I was a baby, like.
Beautiful. Sí. And where does the music came from in your house? From the radio, from the TV?
In my house, in the radio. My parents would listen to the radio. My best friend had a paper route, so we'd go, you sleep over at your friend's house. You have to go and listen to whatever their parents are listening to. So it was a lot of like country and honky tonk. And then my dad, he's a bassist, a music guy. He loved Jimi Hendrix and, Bob Marley and Prince and stuff like that.
Sí, and he whistles. A bass player that whistles.
Yeah.
Perfect. Muy bueno. Thanks for that. Bueno, nos estaba contando, súper dulce, lo primero que nos cuenta que su primer recuerdo escuchando música es a su papá arropándola cuando era chica, silbando. Ese es su primer recuerdo. Bueno, y que después también la música entraba mucho por la radio en su casa, y que el padre era un bajista, así que era fanático de Jimi Hendrix, de un montón de música. And can you tell us which was your first instrument and which was the first song that you learned?
Oh, my first instrument, always singing. I used to sing at school. I'd go early to sing in the choir, but I did play the flute briefly, but the flute was too easy, so I switched to trumpet.
No.
Because I love the big brass.
Great. Bueno, no, the trumpet is really complex.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. No, tremendo. Bueno, lo que nos está... Manu?
I love to play trumpet, but my girlfriend always tell me that he gonna leave me if I start to play trumpet here.
Very loud.
Yeah.
Excelente. Bueno, lo que nos estaba contando que ella siempre cantó, participó en el coro del colegio y empezó a tocar la flauta cuando era muy chica, pero bueno, lo dejó porque era muy fácil y empezó con la trompeta, cosa que es completamente complicada y compleja. And did you remember the first song that you learned?
Oh, the first song that I loved. That's a tough one. I think Carol of the Bells. It's a Christmas song, but I was always in choir, and so I don't know, I was obsessed with that song.
Perfecto, sí, bueno, nos estaba contando la primera canción que aprendió fue una canción de Navidad, bueno, porque estaba en el coro y participaba del coro y esas fueron las primeras canciones que aprendió. And can you tell us, are there any places to study music for free in your region, in Salt Lake, or you always have to pay to learn music?
To learn, I learned in high school. I was just in the choir, and you can go, for me learning to perform, I go to a lot of open mics. And there's a lot of open mics. It's a big community thing, and so people just get together and help each other,
Wow. Sí. Bueno, también apareció but it's not karaoke. It's not karaoke. It's open mic. It's different.
Oh, yeah. There's not karaoke. Like you bring your original songs and then play them badly and people help you until you're good.
Okay. Muy bueno. Ahí está la diferencia también entre karaoke y open mic. Lo que decía ella que, para estudiar, ella estudió en el colegio, pero aparte a nivel interpretativo, para subirse al escenario, hay mucha comunidad de open mic en Salt Lake que es diferente al karaoke, porque el open mic es más que nada, vos traes tus propias canciones y las cantás y hay gente aplaudiendo. Y muy bueno. And can you tell us which was the first concert that you went?
My very first concert was, it was the Foo Fighters.
Wow, where?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I was maybe 12.
In a big place or in a small place?
It was in a big arena. I went with my friend and saw Taylor Richards. That's his name, right? Yeah. Hawkins, Taylor Hawkins, and I was just so impressed. They just had so much energy. It was really amazing to me.
I have the chance to went to a Foo Fighter concert, and he also plays with Alanis Morissette, you know.
Oh yeah, I love Alanis as well. That was some of my first music.
I'm going to a show today of Alanis here in Barcelona. Sí, Manu, voy a... Sí.
Oh, that's awesome. Sí, I sing You Ought to Know sometimes.
Beautiful songs.
We have a bunch of Alanis covers.
Beautiful songs. And can you tell us how did CECRET SOULS begin and why you put that name?
We when I met Dave, the guitar player, we lived in this really tiny apartment, just like 400 square feet, and we had just he would sit on the kitchen counter, which was also the dresser, and play these songs for me, and he would just tell me write words, very demanding. And back then we were Spirit Machines, and so we had this whole arc as Spirit Machines, and in this most recent iteration, we had a band breakup, and in this new iteration, it just felt, we wanted to have a name that, because the Secret Soul is our collective energy together. We're not separate, we're all one, connected at the heart, at the root, where music comes from. And so that's kind of what the name means to us now.
Beautiful. Lo que nos estaba contando que CECRET SOULS arrancó cuando ella se juntó en un departamento muy chiquitito en Salt Lake con el guitarrista, y el guitarrista empezó a tocar un par de cosas y le dijo, ponele letra a esto. Y CECRET SOULS significa, son como las almas cuando se encuentran a hacer música, el lugar en donde las almas se encuentran a hacer música. Esos son los CECRET SOULS.
¿Por qué la C?
Why the C and not the S?
Oh, the sea. So there in Utah, there's a lake up in, I think it's Brighton, but the lake is called Secret Lake with a C, and so I always grew up going to Secret Lake thinking it was very cute that it had the sea. And there's salamanders in the lake. It's just a magical place, and so I was like, let's make it secret like the sea to honor where we come from.
Sí,
bueno. Excelente.
Sí, y la C tiene una explicación, que era lo que le preguntaba a Manu, porque hay una laguna, un lago que se llama Secret Lake en Utah, y de ahí también tomó el nombre como para tener algo propio de la región de donde todos ellos son. You release some covers in YouTube. They are incredible. One of the Deftones, I'm a big fan of Deftones, and Deftones is going to make a new record now. We just play the song. Why you choose that kind of things, and how do you record it?
That Deftones song is funny because we were looking for a new drummer, to continue our project, and we found Judon, and he loves the Deftones, and so we were thinking of songs to do, and I love there's the movie, I'm a big Anne Rice fan, and so the movie Queen of the Damned, where the main character, the vampire, he wants to be this big rock star. That was a big influence for me, and that song is on the soundtrack of that movie, and that really got me into the heavier music, is that soundtrack.
I think that is Korn too, and many 90s bands. Yes.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of soundtracks, and I know that in
Yeah,
fact.
yeah. Oh, great soundtrack.
Sí, increíble. Bueno, nos estaba contando que hay un par de videos hechos y también tienen uno de Deftones, y el de Deftones particularmente lo usaron para probar un nuevo baterista, y lo que nos estaba contando ella, que es una fanática de Anne Rice, que es una directora, y hay una canción, hay una película que se llama Queen of the Damned, que bueno, tiene canciones de Deftones, y por eso eligieron. And how do you manage the audio? Because you made your own audio, not similar to Deftones or the covers that you made. Why you do that?
It's funny because you know, for me, I go off of emotion, you know, and Dave, it's funny because Dave, you know, is always, the way that he plays is kind of unique, you know, the notes that he picks. And so I didn't know that it was different, because to me it's all about the experience of singing it, and it's tough. They have all this production, you know, we only have our live instruments, and so it was just our best approximation. To get the full sound.
We were talking exactly that with Manu. You're human playing, not something exacto, lo que acaba de decir Manu, perfecto. Sí.
I love your Kincaid video. It's like
yeah, that one that's very close to our hearts. Is kind of what started the CECRET SOULS new direction. Is yeah, that song, we wrote it during a fight that we were having. We were fighting, and we just had this moment where we forgot that we were fighting, and Dave, you know, I could tell he had an idea, and I was like, well, out with it, you know, and he played the song for me, and I wrote the lyrics, and so when we made the video, I wanted to kind of recreate that fight that we were having, and that moment where you go beyond fighting, you know, because you're fighting because you love each other, and sometimes you forget that.
There is no grace. It's black or white.
Yeah.
Excellent. How about the dresses and that kind of stuff?
Oh, you know, it's funny. I'm not a very fancy person in my regular life, but on stage, like the outfits, you know, guitarists have guitars. Everyone has their instrument, and for me, the outfits are an instrument. And I was watching a No Doubt, like behind the music, about Underneath It All, and we used to cover Underneath It All, and they talked about how she kind of stripped down to show that she was vulnerable, you know, and so for me, the outfits kind of show my vulnerability. They kind of invite the listener to become intimate with me, you know, show my grace, and you know, when you think that you're right in an argument, you know, I wanted to show, like, you know, sometimes I know that I'm being wrong, you know, in my black outfit, sometimes I know I'm being right, and it's just another way to convey the emotions for me.
Bueno, sí.
Well, excellent answer.
Sí.
Answer. And I need to know everything about Sober 25, how that born.
So it's funny, when we first started the band, Dave didn't want to play any covers at all, and I love Led Zeppelin and Tool, and I'm the ideas person. I have all these wild ideas, and Dave is like, we're never going to be able to play Pneuma, like, we're just not talented enough, you know, so I was like, there's a mashup of Seven Nation Army and the Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams, and I was showing it to him, and I was like, what if we did a mashup, kind of like with two songs, you get two covers for one, and he was just like, well, I didn't want to do that one, it's done, and I was like, well, what could we do? And I was just like thinking Zeppelin songs, and we had a whole list of songs, and it was just a magic moment where Dave was like, you know, Sober is really close to Kashmir, and he just played the licks, and we just had an aha moment, and I just knew that people were going to be so mad about it, you know, and we were trying to go viral at the time, and I was like, people are going to hate this, they're going to be so mad, and so we did it in 2020, and I always wanted to get strings in there because of Kashmir. And so when we met Sage, and we were recording again, I was like, let's record it again and put strings in there. And so now we have the new iteration with Sage's beautiful solo that kind of tricks people. I don't think people always know it's a violin.
No, he puts so many pedals in distortion and crazy. It's excellent. I swear of God, I listened the song a few days ago, and I have to hear twice. It's too much information, you know. It was, what happened here? Wait. It's the start like Led Zeppelin, it's ending like Tool. What the fuck is going on here? And the man with the violin. I love the song. I love the man. In live, how do you manage all that kind of crazy sound in live?
How do we manage it? For us, like for me, I love.
Your glasses.
Wait, the sound.
We have an interference sound.
Sí.
Ta-tan.
Let's see again.
Vamos a probar ahí un poquito el audio.
No, es el audio de... now it's okay.
It's okay.
There we go. Oh yeah. It was really hard to figure out what parts of Kashmir to cut out because that's just such an epic song. But for me, it's like a fun secret when I start, you know. And in the original version, we had like mashed the words together. We kind of undid that in the latest version for licensing issues, but it's always fun to see people's surprise on their face. And so for me, it's just a fun trick. I call it our party trick.
Excellent.
It's incredible. Sí. You know,
escucharlo en vivo. I love to hear live that.
Oh yeah, I'd love to sing it to you.
You know, we are from Argentina. Manu is living now in Buenos Aires, and I'm living now in Barcelona. See, and we want you are from United States. This is a personal question. I want to know what people from United States thinks about UK music. You know?
Oh,
because
you know, it's funny.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. It's funny because we are fascinated. Like we're about to cover a song by Charlie XCX.
Sí.
And you know, she's been around for a really long time, but we don't know her as much, and so now people are finding out about her, and it's so exotic, you know. And it's like we're always late to the party. I feel like we don't know about the UK artists, and then when we do, we fall in love. Like and also like just I don't know. I feel like for example, we had a big Bad Bunny show in Salt Lake. It was absolutely sold out to the brim, you know, to the max, because people are catching on. They want something different. I think the U.S. music, they pick 5 artists and push them, and I feel like people are hungry for different sounds. And you know, we're still waiting for our next Selena, I think, you know. And
so, really clever answer. I didn't imagine that you were going to say that, because we are from Argentina, and after UK, after America, all of the information sometimes came later, you know. But it's really interesting what you're saying. See? And with the roots of music like blues, rock and roll, and that kind of things, you fight between bands. For example, rock and roll is from United States or UK, that kind of things, or not?
Oh, that's funny, because there's a famous movie. It's called SLC Punk. And that's one of the big fights in there, is if punk came from the US or the UK. Okay. And for me, I think that we learn a lot about rebellion from the UK, because, you know, that's where the revolutions are, you know what I mean? Like everything is a little bit sexier there, and it's more in the now, you know. Like people think that the American Revolution history is like long gone, and we look to the UK, I think, for what's going on now, because the people are the power there, you know. And I think the music reflects that.
Beautiful answer. We were talking with Manu about that. Beautiful answer.
Yeah.
And all that when you listen to UK music and USA music, when you have to make the audio of the band, what happened?
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's funny. There's when I picked Pepper Rose as my stage name, I found that there's actually a Pepper Rose in the UK. So she is a UK artist, and I'm obsessed with her. And because she has the attitude, she has like the chops, and the heart. And I just think we look up, and crave. Like when I started listening to music, you couldn't just get it. You couldn't just get it on the internet. And I had this band called Camera Obscura that's from Glasgow, and I would go to the CD shop and have them try and buy it, and they'd be like, it's going to be $50 or whatever. And I think that extra barrier makes it more exciting, and it's easier to get now, but people still are having to look on SoundCloud, trying to go to eBay to get the records. And
Beautiful what you're saying. You can explain things very well. Thanks for that. Muy bueno.
I'm usually better at singing.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
And why Pepper? Why Pepper?
Pepper? My given name is Jessica, but there are so many Jessicas. Like, it's the most popular name the year I was born, and when I started, I thought I sucked, and so when I started going to the open mics, I wanted this name so that people at my job wouldn't know it was me.
Don't say that. No, muy bueno. Super sincero.
Yeah.
You are really honest. We really like that. Sí, muy bueno. Manu,
I became Pepper full time because Dave's sister her name is also Jessica Rose.
Okay.
So he wouldn't call me Jessica Rose. That's my name. And so now I'm Pepper more full time. But.
Muy bueno. Thanks for that. Manu, ¿estamos bien? Sí. We really enjoyed to speak with you, and we became really fans of CECRET SOULS. Thanks for your time.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Three more questions. Can you tell us something about the actual music scene in Utah?
The music. Yeah, in Utah, there's a lot of music because of the Mormon church. All of their kids take piano. Music is a big part of the kids' education, and so you have all of these kids who are taught a lot of music, but then they have a lot of like rebellious spirit, and so there's two music scenes. They're kind of like the kind of church-focused music scene. They do really well in Provo, and then there's the Salt Lake kind of like punk, metal, hard scene for this rebellion, and I don't know where we fit in that, but there's a lot of local music.
In both. Try to reach everything. Muy bueno.
Bridge, you are the bridge.
The bridge. Ahí está. Sí, un buen bridge. And can you tell us something about the future plans of the band of CECRET SOULS?
Well, we're in Albuquerque right now, recording. We've been working on our new album for about a year now, and we've got like 16 songs. So far to kind of choose from. I don't know what's going to make the cut, but I'm really excited. The songs are very different, a lot of them. So I'm excited to just put the album out and see what people like, what excites the people. Because that's, when I started doing music, I'd busk just on the street, and you could tell right away if people liked it because they'd come close or they'd go further away, and I miss that feedback, and so I'm really excited to see what people think, what they like.
Beautiful.
I
have maybe a few questions for the guitarist. I don't know if there is with you, maybe.
Oh, the others? Oh, they're waking up.
No.
Okay.
But different the sounds. No, I love the way he looks, my friend. This is very unique. He's a mysterious man. Yeah.
Dave, with the mask.
With the
yes.
with the mask, with the mustache in the video.
Yeah.
and the sound is a very strange man for me.
Yeah. It's funny because the Frank Fox, he's its own character. He has like a graphic novel. Dave has like a whole music video. Like Frank Fox is his own character.
He knows how to play. There's not only the look.
Oh yeah. Dave.
No, please send to us everything you make, release, because it's one of my favorite band who pass in the show, and I'm difficult to impress. Raulo,
I miss her, but Manu is hard. It's hard.
I'm honored. I love all music, and Dave is hard to impress. Okay. He's got high standards for everything. If I feel that spark, I'm into it, but I'm really honored that you guys listen to the music and liked it.
We are really glad to meet you.
Los veo girando con full.
Sí. Then we are going to send some links, and maybe you can check the record labels and that kind of things, and maybe you can work with them. Of course. Just to finish the interview, we are going to play King Cale. Can you tell us something particular about that song?
It's funny because the name of it is, and I don't know where this came from. Dave just was, but there's a football player who's from Utah. His name's Dalton Kincaid, and I don't know. Dave had just solidified that, and I thought it was a beautiful word because kin is like together, and Cade is like tempo, or it's like beating hearts together, but also just sports fandom.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Thank you very much for your time. We really love to. Muy bueno todo. We really enjoy to speak with you. We are going to get in touch, okay? Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks so much. Raul, Manu, it's so great to meet you. Muchas gracias.
Bye, Pepper.
Bye.
Dancing in exploration.